Bang, welcome back to the podcast.
Bang,
It's the podcast. You need to be more on it, bro.
I'm sorry, I was trying to move the chair because I feel like we needed to include you more.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the second installment of our spooky series because at time of recording, it is Halloween tomorrow.
Put this one up tomorrow.
We can put this one up to...
Yeah, we can get words out. Woo. Look at that Adam's apple, man. It's massive.
That is impressive. Oh, it feels weird.
You're such a man.
Me, on the other hand, I've just got a layer of fat.
Because I'm constantly stretching my neck all the time, so I think it's just gonna
Yeah.
I've worked out my neck over the years just by having a bad one, and now, like, I think I've been receiving comments from people saying you have a muscly neck. I was like, why?
Why are you looking
why
at
have all the parts of me that could be muscly? Why my neck? It's like someone tries to snap my neck. I'm like, aha!
Sucker.
Foiled again! Like, just go, I was like, impossible.
Exorcist, that shit just
Yeah,
spins around.
What the fuck do you think you're doing? I'm gonna knock you out my neck. If any of us, Ollie, I could stretch out.
Oh, little bent neck.
Yeah, you little bend neck.
Little bent neck had it.
Anyway, who wants to spin the spooky?
Would you like to do the honors, Brandon?
I could, yeah. Possibly.
Are we gonna move it towards you, or just gonna? No, not my neck.
Well, then get it in shot, Jake. That's your job, man.
What is it?
Spooky illnesses.
I really feel like I don't want to do this one because it's just illnesses. It's nothing to do with being spooky.
No, Robbie just made me write it up there.
So we spin it again.
Oh, I forgot to turn my mic on.
That was probably an issue.
Yeah.
How much have you been saying?
Not that much.
I love just the voice crack. Not that much.
Fair enough then.
Yeah.
Are we spinning again?
Yes.
No, we can.
We just.
Let's go around and name some illnesses.
I feel like it was. I had to fill up spaces on the wheel,
Yeah.
and that was just a fill.
What do we got? Spooky.
People
Slash
/
characters.
characters.
Okay, this
Yeah.
we can speak about a bit more.
So these aren't necessarily going to be characters
from fiction.
from spooky things.
These are just
Just-
spooky people we find spooky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
could also be
It can be
fiction,
real
but-
life people.
or not.
So like Bin
So-
Laden.
No,
He's not really spooky anymore.
I was gonna say
It's
the
easy.
staff at Decathlon.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Decathlon like a day or two ago, and I was trying to get like rock climbing shoes,
Huh.
and I went up to one of the staff members, and I was like, "Oh, can you help me like get some good crepes for my rock climbing?" And
If you
she-
said it like that, I wouldn't blame them. If
Yeah, I
they-
wouldn't blame
No,
him
no,
if their reaction was a bit.
But then she was like, "Oh, I don't really know that much about rock climbing, so I'll hand you over to my employee." She knew bugger all about rock climbing. So what she did is she went on like online and she was like checking reviews and all that, and she was just reading out all this stuff, and she said, "Oh, there's a lot of bad reviews for that one. You're meant to sell this shit to me.
yeah.
Don't put me off this." But then my dad was asking like questions to her that were relevant and useful, and she just completely aired him constantly. Like anything he said,
Wait, so the
She just-
So
person.
why does this make
so
her
that's-
scary?
because she was really weird
Oh,
about
so
it.
about it. Right.
No, just everything about her was just weird. Like I was clearly trying to get away at like one point because I knew this wasn't helping me at all, and she kept on talking to me. It was like Sadiq if she was like a worker at Decathlon. It was odd. and
Well,
really
I think
uncomfortable.
the issue with that is that you are a people person, so you might start talking to people. If you don't talk to them in the first place, they won't want to keep talking to you. That is a little tip I learned. Don't talk to people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's usually what I use when I'm in public.
Mm.
Just don't talk to people, anyone. Not even
Exactly.
employees. They're like, "Oh, what do you want today?" So I just slap it on the desk and nod.
What do you want? Yes.
So what do you want? I just grab it and shove it in their face, and I just nod. This one. They like telepathically. I communicate.
I mean, if we're talking about creepy people from shops,
Yes.
I have an experience from the Poundland in Sutton, and it might happen in every Poundland, but I don't go in many.
Are you talking about like the annoying ladies that make you buy the deals?
Exactly. So when you go up to the refrigerator
Turn it off
section,
in.
yeah, no distractions, N word. Stop eating
What,
chocolate.
you didn't say the proper word.
Yeah, because I'm being
Why is our
I wasn't
episode
gonna
playing?
say it.
I'm being thingied, recorded.
Yeah.
Anyway, when you go over to the refrigerated section, and it's got all the drinks there, and I think I'm in the mood for one orange tango.
Yeah. I mean,
So I go over there. I go over to the self-service till, and I'm paying, and this woman's like looking over at me, just from the. She wasn't even like near me. She was from the background, from another till, like the actual tills, not the self-service.
Yeah.
She saw me only
Buying.
scan one of them, and so she came up to me and she was like, "No. It's 2 for 1. 2 for 1. You must buy 2. I will not let you leave unless you buy 2. You need to go and get another one, and at the door you show me. You show me that you've bought another one, and I let you go."
It's like,
She sounds a lot like the decathlon staff.
but that's
So-
kind of creepy.
So it's weird that she's like she would not let me leave
yeah.
unless I bought another drink. So I didn't want I'm giving them more money technically.
Mm.
Their whole thing, they wanted to give away 2 for the price of one.
I
That
think
they're losing money
I
by
don't-
doing that.
because I really don't think it's about like money. It really seems more like stock. Because they're just trying to. Because obviously the stuff that's sold at Poundland,
It's got to be almost out of date.
it's literally like a day before it goes out of date. It must always like sort of be that at all times.
Yeah, that's why it's a pound. But
Yeah,
still,
So I imagine they literally just want to get rid of every like item in stock as quickly as possible.
yeah.
So like I imagine, but I think they could at least be a little nicer about it. They could be like, oh, you think you could, buy another one? No, I will not let you leave unless you buy another drink. If you do not buy another drink, I kill you.
But it was like she was being so controlling. She was like, "Show me that at the door. Show me that you've got another one." And I'm like, "I'll do it, but what?"
But
I mean,
why?
In
Why-
a way,
why do I
that's
have
a
to do that?
lot better than the one I got because at least she was trying to sell you something.
She
The one I got was
was-
trying to put me off everything.
She was just trying to get you to leave.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm here. The thing I don't understand about yours is that
Yeah.
what did you speak to the manager first?
No, I spoke to another staff member.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, I don't know anything about rock climbing."
And she referred you to someone who knew the exact same amount about rock
Yeah.
climbing.
And she was worse because she then went off on a tangent about when she once went rock climbing with some friends, and then
Oh, so maybe that's why you got reference to her because she once went rock
Yeah.
climbing with her friends.
yeah, and she probably knew less than the other one, even though she went that one time.
You think they'd have like specific people
You
for
would
each
think
for
that.
each like kind of category, but they don't.
Especially at a decathlon,
Yeah, a sports.
a specialist sports shop.
Yeah,
I can understand them not having it at Sports Direct because everything's about £10 cheaper.
Mm.
But at a decathlon, you'd think so.
it was just a really weird experience. Another weird experience I had was I was on a bus and I know
Scary places.
Bonkers.
Really.
there was this guy I saw who had previously been running down the high street singing. So I knew that he was like a bit of a quirky character. He got on the same bus as me,
Spooky illness.
and he was just being really loud on the bus. But then he dropped like all his food on the floor, so I helped him pick it up, and then we just started talking. And then I found out that he was Italian, and that made it a lot funner.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, well, that
what-
makes sense if he's
Italian,
Italian.
yeah. 'Cause he's like,
I mean, that's everyone.
hey, how are you doing?
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Bibbidi bobbidi boopy. Anyway.
But he's
I
like,
don't
yeah, that's
know
what all
Italian,
Italian
that's
people
all I
do. They
can
run down the street
say.
singing, then they throw the food as you get on the bus.
I mean,
It
he's
gets
not
kinda
spooky, so
annoying.
I should probably. Yeah, I won't go into depth
No.
about our
I
conversations.
guess
and-
I get these people are
fun
more
character.
annoying than they are spooky. Like your one's kind of spooky because it's kind of creepy the way she's like, I not let you leave.
Yeah.
It's like you can't do that. It's like if you pay for it, she literally can't keep you there. That's false imprisonment.
Yeah, that's just threatening. Oh,
Big
yeah.
words.
What about you though?
Come on, spooky.
I
people,
know
brother.
basic
Yeah.
laws. Yes, look at me. I don't know because I don't know if I have too many. I probably have in the past. I can't really
I
remember.
mean, it doesn't have to be an experience. It could just be someone that you find spooky.
Oh, someone I generally find spooky.
Yeah.
I know who actually does give me the spooky
Spooky vibe.
spooky vibe. Spooky vibe check. You know, she was in our drama.
Casey.
Yes.
She was like
Spooky.
yeah because she kind of she was a bit omnipresent. she was sort of always, you'd always sort of see her standing there just sort of quite ominously.
Mm.
She'd always be like staring at someone, and it was mostly you.
Yes.
And we're aware
Yes,
you've had
3
multiple
times.
experiences.
How do you know that she was staring at some? Maybe because with some,
What? She has 2 lazy eyes that just happen to.
no. But like I will just sometimes stare into space. I'll be looking at something, but I
No,
won't
but
be
it's not
paying
like-
any attention.
But it's not like even that. Like she'd track. Like her eyes
Yeah.
would move with people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
And then she groped you, like whether accidentally or
times.
not, a few times.
a few.
My poor.
Yeah, like I think it was we were trying to do lifts and things like that, but I think she got a bit too touchy feely in those cases. So in the same cases where I almost died, straight up almost died during the performance because everyone told me afterwards the boxes I was being leaned back on were not connected.
Casey was behind it the whole time.
Yeah, she was like, "Damn it."
Trying to
Literally.
she
No, no,
she
I'm
thought
trying
Finn
to-
was getting in the way of you
trying
and her.
I
I must get
trying to
rid of the
think-
middleman.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to think of people who I like genuinely find creepy. Like I wouldn't say there are many. I don't know how many experiences I've sort of had. Cause
Is that it?
Funny man.
you are
You make me
hilarious.
laugh so hard.
Cause
Oh,
because I've had a lot
Oh,
of
what
experiences
Brandon,
of being on
Brandon,
trains with.
Bitch.
I've had a lot of experience with just like interesting people on trains and buses and public
Oh, yeah,
transport.
but
Because
trains, yeah.
you get a lot of people on trains, especially because obviously
It's like a
when
beckoning
I'm
for them.
when I'm making longer journeys, I can definitely like sort of you can sort of find that out.
Mm.
Like I'm trying to remember, but he I can't remember him.
Well, should we then just talk about creepy
And,
celebrities?
yeah, I'll talk.
or-
I'll talk about
yeah.
celebrities because I really can't think of any personal experiences with like creepy people.
I mean, a lot of the time on like public transport, they'll just be drunk.
Odd.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily like creepy people, which is more.
It's just that I think on the
Yeah.
way back from
Yeah.
Comic Con, this drunk dude was like, "Oh, can I see your tickets?" And he was like, "No, it was just he's a drunk person on a train, as you do."
Oh, it wasn't even like a conductor.
No, he just came across and he was like, "All right, can I see your tickets, please?"
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were with Spencer, and like we were just sort of thinking, okay, we don't, and then he sort of laughed about it.
Yeah,
And
no, I
he-
think was it you? And you were like, "We don't have to show you our tickets" or something weird like that.
it was Spencer, I think.
Oh,
He
it might
went-
have been
yeah,
Spencer.
Yeah, he went like, "Oh, we don't."
And
have
he
to
was
show
like, "You guys," or something weird like
you." "Yeah,"
that.
because like,
And then he left.
because I felt like I could tell he wasn't a conductor because he had like he did not have the uniform on or anything.
And also, he was drunk and he smelt of dark fruits.
That's funny, to be fair. That's just-
He was like, "You guys are taking a joke." Or, I can't remember what he said, but he was a bit of a dick.
You know how I find the creepy Mark Zuckerberg.
Nah, everyone finds him creepy.
Because there's all that joke that he's like a robot, and like
the
it-
lizard person.
but then he seems because like you just see him, and he just looks so nervous all the time.
Yeah.
Like he literally like you know like, even like I guess in the Facebook thing where he was at the trial, like that's more expected. But in like any situation, even when he's trying to laugh, every time he laughs, it's a nervous laugh.
Mm.
Every time he smiles, it's a nervous smile. It's like this man has something to hide.
I saw something on the internet where it was like there was like a picture of actual Mark Zuckerberg, and then on the other side it was a CGI version of him. And they were like, "Why does the CGI version look more real than Mark Zuckerberg
I saw
himself?"
a thing where it's the Madame Two Swords.
Oh no, that was
Yeah, it was the
That
Madame.
one.
It's the
It wasn't
Madame Two
CGI.
Swords model of him. Looks more
Human
than human
than himself.
than himself.
Yeah,
Which is terrifying.
it is bad. I just get this feeling that all of a sudden someone's going to whack him around the head, and his head's going to explode, and all this blue stuff's going to come out,
No, I just get a feeling
like
that,
from the world's end.
that he's gonna
It's just Scooby Doo. Raffi's just inside
no,
him,
he's,
like, control.
he's just gonna be like
What a
he's gonna
comment.
like burn his face, and he's gonna take away his hand. It's just gonna be like a red eye, like
Terminator.
metal, and he's gonna like just turning around.
Who is this person that keeps commenting on all of our videos? Who is?
Yes,
I think
James.
that's Elliot.
Oh yeah.
It might be Elliot.
Big up.
Who is it?
Elliot.
No, it's
Yeah.
not Elliot. So don't big him up yet.
Oh, okay.
All right, but
Big down.
Still big up.
Big up.
Uh,
Too mad.
too bad. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow. But no.
About to go bed.
What other celebrities are really creepy?
Well, I kind of found Michael Jackson was anyone who gets like skin bleaching. I just find
That
creepy.
was the reason he was creepy.
yeah, nothing to do
Not
with
not
his
the
dodgy.
child molestation.
Well, no, but no one knew that
accusations.
he was a child molester when he was alive. That only
Yeah.
really came about. So as he was alive, he just sort of a bit like, he looks a bit strange.
Yeah,
But
and
he
talks
acted
really
quite strange as well, because
Yeah.
there was that whole thing
He
where
trolled
like
his kid.
because he was kind of deprived. He was deprived of a childhood essentially because of
Yeah,
his singing
because
success.
his dad was.
And then there was like then there was like a whole thing like he was trying to recreate it and things like that. But yeah, he had his whole skin bleached and everything like that.
And then he immediately released a song saying it doesn't matter
If you're black
if you're
or
black
white. Oh, sweet, sweet irony. But then we have a suggestion from our cameraman, Ellen. I'm guessing you mean Ellen DeGeneres. I mean,
creepy.
I mean,
What, the fact that she's happy all the time?
I mean, I guess yeah,
Oh, you can say
but
Tom
w-
Hanks
but
for that.
we're
But
not-
we don't
Well,
follow her all the time.
yeah.
but
What
yeah,
she
it's like we only see her like on live TV. Like we don't see her like in her off moments. Like there could be times where she's like really sad.
She's probably suicidal.
But do you know who's also kind of creepy? Jim Carrey.
No, I think that's his persona.
No, because in general, Jim Carrey in general is because he has a constant passive aggressive nature to him. I think, like not even just his characters. And oh yeah, Bustin'
Bustin' Jeeber.
Bustin' Jeeber.
Bustin' Jeeber.
Bustin' Jeeber.
I remember when you mattered. You don't anymore.
I don't think he ever mattered. He was just a thing.
But yeah, he just has a sort of constant passive aggressiveness to himself.
He's
Like
got
he feels
this-
like he hates everyone.
Have you seen this? Like, he has this theory that he is a universe, like experiencing a man. I think it's whenever his wife passed or something.
I think
But
it
he
was.
kind of went a bit.
He claimed when he was making Man on the Moon
Yeah.
that
Kept on getting possessed.
that he was
by-
getting possessed by the comedian
Yeah.
and it was controlling his actions. There was like a whole documentary about
Yeah,
it.
but really, he was just being a dick.
Yeah, really, he was just sort of passing off what he was doing.
Yeah. I do get the Jim Carrey thing.
Because
I mean, I like
Yeah.
the stuff he does. Like some of the stuff he
but
does.
like as a person, I don't even know if I'd want to approach him.
No, I think he is a bit of a twat in real life.
Yeah, he is a kind of.
I think I wouldn't say Nick Cage. He's not creepy. He's
No,
just
Nick-
odd. He's just odd.
He's interesting. He's a very
Yeah.
interesting man.
I've got to
Great
method act
actor.
as him.
Oh.
Bring it on.
Hi, I'm Nick Cage. How do you method act as Nick Cage?
Basically, you just research the hell out of Nick Cage, wear a leather jacket, have a motorbike helmet, get some Ray-Bans. So pretty much all of
So
Anthony's,
you're Nick Cage.
all of Anthony's clothes.
So you're Nick Cage in Ghost Rider.
Yeah, pretty much. No, but he's really into motorbikes apparently, according to
Is he? Oh,
Yeah,
No
apparently.
wonder he's Ghost Rider.
exactly.
Hi, I'm Nick Cage.
But
I don't know what this is. I'm taking it with me.
I mean, at least you know how to do your method acting voice for Nick Cage.
yeah, you chose a weird one.
Yeah, I still need to learn how to do Roger's voice. It's
For
Roger
American
from
Dad?
yeah.
You're doing. Oh, I think I heard. Yeah, you were doing him. That's hard.
It is
That's a hard voice.
I shouldn't have picked
Stan,
him.
or something like that. It's like it's a really.
Stan.
It's like a stereotypical gay voice
Yeah.
in a way.
And it's quite nasally, but
Yeah, it's quite like that.
I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really need to learn how to do
Yeah.
it properly.
Just
Yeah.
stop
Bullshit.
looking at cats, man.
Yeah, man.
Criminy
What's your
frog.
thing for cats?
Oh yeah.
Is
Oh,
that cat still there? Oh, it's just toasted
Cat can do
cat.
funny thing.
that's just
Yeah.
a cat being a dick.
that's just such a middle-aged thing to watch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No.
James, the middle-aged 16-year-old.
Yes. No.
This has really gone off on a tangent.
Yeah, it has spooky people.
Yeah, because most of the people we've been naming aren't necessarily spooky.
They're just
They're more just
weird.
unnerving, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, most of the experiences we've had aren't really that creepy.
Mm.
I mean, it's just like a woman telling you to buy something or a woman telling you not to buy
I mean, I've
something.
had a
Yeah.
spooky experience in McDonald's.
Oh, yeah? Tell,
where,
tell us.
You know how
Pray tell.
the milkshake machines are always broken?
Yep, I experienced that yesterday, actually.
I found out that they're not always broken. They just say they are, but they take 3 hours to clean.
Oh.
So they just say they're broken, so they don't have to do it.
Really?
I read that. Yeah.
Shit.
Well, that's a real dick move.
It is. But anyway, so because they're always broken, every time I go to the cinema, I always go into McDonald's just to see if they're still broken. And one time, it wasn't. But the only thing they were selling was chocolate. So I was, because I'm a strawberry milkshake
I
dude.
don't
So.
see the problem.
So I was like, okay, I'll get chocolate because it's very rare that this machine is working ever at all. So I buy it, and I'm waiting for about 5-10 minutes, which is longer than you should be waiting for a milkshake, really.
Yeah.
And yes,
I now see the problem.
so she calls out my number because I'm cool and I did it on those machine things. And I saw her with it in her hand, and she opened the lid. She looked at it. She closed it, and she sort of looked behind her a bit, then looked at it again, like really concerned. And then she gave it to me,
I've heard this, yeah.
and she was like, "Taste it before you leave. Like just look at it and taste it, and make sure it's okay." So immediately alarm bells ring. I'm like, if you have any doubts at all that this would be okay,
Then don't
don't give
it
it to me. Give me a refund, and don't give it to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, she was like, "Look at it and taste it." Now you know how chocolate is brown.
Yeah.
This was white.
Was it probably got with the banana?
I don't know, but it was really strange the way she looked at it, and then told me to taste it before I left to make sure it was okay. I tasted it and I was like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine." It wasn't, but I didn't want to say anything else. So I left, and it gave me a stomachache. But
You
whatever.
should have sued McDonald's.
Actually, a spooky type of person is the type of person who looks at you constantly when you're like on the underground or something, or just on a bus,
Yeah.
and they won't stop looking, even if you like then make eye contact back with them.
I don't think I've ever had an experience like that. But is it like, do they just stare at you for no reason, or is it because you're like wearing something weird, or?
No, I mean, I hope not, but it's just I feel like a lot of people on the underground just blank out and stare at the one spot, but you normally stare at like something where there isn't someone there.
On the I always stare at the
It's
map.
just- yeah, I, do
I
that
always
as
I
well.
always try and memorize all the stations.
Yeah.
So tenable.
I actually remember a quite creepy. Well, it was quite a creepy experience, but also it was just sort of weird. Because basically, I was in Sutton, and I was strolling along, and I saw these 4 people who were standing with holding iPads, and they were all like facing outwards in each direction.
Oh, that's
They
already
were wearing
creepy.
anonymous masks, and I was thinking, okay, this probably isn't good. So I looked on their devices, and I saw a slideshows of animal corpses, and I was like, huh, how about that? And then I looked on their shirts, and I realized this was a vegan protest.
Oh no!
I know.
Oh
And I
no!
literally I looked at these people, and I was just like, this is how you're doing things now?
I rate
Are you
that.
pretending you're anonymous? Like
You rate
I rate that.
you rate it. What do you rate it?
10 out of 10. It's just-
IGN. Yeah.
0 out of vegans.
I mean,
But,
that's the vegan way.
Yeah, but yeah, I was just sort of, but I
Just
saw
show a
them,
bunch of
and then I
bloody
saw them
corpses.
again, like another time. But I think it was with Gabriel. I was out with him, and we saw them. We were like, "Who are these people, and why are they here?" Like like people who are like protesting or like advertising on the street are always just quite unnerving. Like there was like just the people that scream about religion in like the middle of the high street.
Oh,
And
they.
things like
no,
that.
they are actually quite unnerving.
Yeah, like
We finally found someone who is properly spooky.
I think you get more of them in America though.
yeah.
A lot of those are like confess your sins, or
Mm.
those Catholic people.
Those Catholic people, man.
The
Actually,
North.
I did-
say that in Northern Ireland or Ireland.
Actually,
yeah.
I remember
Go down
now.
well that.
I had a quite creepy experience when I was in Whitstable, where basically I was so when I'm walking to my girlfriend's house in Whitstable, I have to go.
Stop going on about your girlfriend.
Oh my god, stop flexing.
Oh. Alright, just 'cause you got a muscular neck.
Yes, that's fine. But basically, I have to walk through this alley type thing, which goes along the side of this small river type sort of design. Anyway,
Canal, maybe.
sort of, yeah, something like that. Basically, I have to walk through there. Like, I mean, I don't have to, but it's quicker, much quicker. So, one time, I'm walking in, and there's this old man there. So he turns. So when I go
Immediately creepy.
yeah, I know. So I walk in, and when I do, he turns around, looks at me, and looks back, and keeps walking.
I think he's giving
So
you the
I'm-
eye.
So I'm just like, nah, it's fine. He's probably just like, being cautious. And then so he keeps walking for a little bit, and then so like, and obviously he turns the corner and sort of and then I can't see him. And so when I walk round, he's standing, looking into the canal, and he's got something in his hand, and I'm walking. So basically, I'm just sort of thinking, okay, all right. And then he's got like a handkerchief in his hand. And then I'm sort of slowing down because I'm thinking, because I can see something else in his other hand,
Ket.
like a small. I just remember
It
this
turned out
microphone.
he was a
I
drug
can see a
dealer.
small thing in his other hand. It looked like a little glass bottle of something. So I'm literally thinking, am I about to be chloroformed?
Oh shit.
So I'm literally walking towards this man, like literally about to go behind him, and he's holding these two things. He's not moving with them. He hasn't put it on the thing. He hasn't done anything with these two items. So I'm just thinking, okay. And literally right before I'm about to sort of cross the man, these two men come from around the corner. They'd clearly just been at a party. They were both in like dressed up suits, and one of them was holding a tripod or something like that. And they were just sort of chatting about things. And the old man just sort of looked at them both, but didn't do it. He didn't really do anything. And so I walked. And then I walked past, and me and the two men also walked past. And I just it's probably a very stupid assumption, but I was just wondering why this man was standing there, looking at the canal, right at the edge, holding a handkerchief and a glass bottle of something. And it looked like a medical bottle. It didn't look like a drink or anything like that, or like water. He was actually standing there, and we're in this alley where
Alleys are
where
inherently
I can
creepy.
be dumped into this canal full of bushes, and I can probably be easily hidden in this canal.
Oh.
And
You don't think he was just trying to knock himself off?
no, that wasn't the implication I got from him, because he was sort of just because he wasn't looking like longingly into the canal. Like he was just like almost casually sort of waiting almost, but he was just facing away from me with these two things holding them, and I was literally thinking, was he literally just going to turn around, because obviously like chloroform takes longer to affect than most people think, but still.
Why do you know that?
Myths and facts.
I'll tell you what is creepy. It's not necessarily a person, but it's large hordes of squirrels.
Communism.
Like you know in the graveyard,
Yeah.
there are just
I mean,
there.
there is a community of squirrels.
Yeah, but when they get really, we would.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get-
No, we were
they
together
get-
whenever they were.
It's
surrounding
really
us.
quite scary.
Large hordes of small animals are quite unnerving.
Yeah, but also then you've got the odd people that will stand there with them on them
Menacingly.
and will feed them stuff, and I think there's something not quite right. Like that pigeon lady from Home Alone 2.
Yeah, but
I mean, she was
turned out
nice.
to be really nice.
Yeah, but I could understand where the
The creepiness comes.
Comes
Yeah.
from like just a person hold like all these birds,
Mm.
and then
Don't find that. I mean, we got different opinions on what's creepy.
no, but I don't mean like the people. I just think it's a bit
Oh.
unsettling.
Mm.
How it's like.
I mean, if they are literally just standing there.
So I've seen someone. It's an old man who will stand there and he just throws peanuts out, but doesn't move. So it's like he knows that if he moves, the squirrels are probably going to attack him.
or he knows if he moves, it'll scare the squirrels away.
Yeah.
One of those two.
I'm guessing the second one.
I'm guessing the first one. If he moves, the entire continent of Africa will fall.
Not on anything. It was just going to sink into the ocean.
Oh,
Like
oh.
There's this
Oh.
the lost city of Africa.
City.
The lost continent of Africa.
Shit.
You can go visit it sometime.
Hells yeah. I don't know why I
Well,
did that.
Should we wrap up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably best.
Well,
Those were our scary anecdotes.
bang, it's
Wow.
been the
Of
podcast.
people. Bang, it's the podcast.
Yeah,
I
in
think.
it, bruv, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, scary.
Spooky special
Woo.
series.
Scary things, yeah. We're
Yeah,
saying spooky because it's
scary,
very
scary,
Halloween. This
yeah,
is
yeah,
Halloween.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
Halloween.
yeah,
Pumpkin
yeah,
scream in the
yeah,
dead
yeah,
of night.
So
This
scary,
is Halloween.
spooky.
Everybody make.
Nick.